Tessa from Mama's Geeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. I'm Tessa Smith with mamasgeeky.com. And thank you all so much for taking the time today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're so excited to have you.
Oh my God, I'm so excited to talk to you guys. We are massive Loud House fans in this house.
Me too.
Yes. I have an 8 and a 10-year-old daughter, and they love this show. They walk around singing the song all the time. Like, we're obsessed with this show. So
they'll love the movie then.
Oh, yeah. we saw the trailer and they were like, Mom, have you seen the trailer? And I was like, I didn't tell you I get to interview the cast. They were so mad at me. They were like, you better tell them I love the show. I'm like, I will, I promise. So we're very excited.
I hope you like it.
Oh, yeah. I will. They'll be so excited. So I want to know, and I guess this really is for all of you, so we can just kind of go around. But I want to know what it's like to bring this iconic show. It's a show, it's a comic book, it's everything, like, to life. How did that feel like? And we can start with Aubin and then kind of go like this.
Well, it was definitely very not only hard but fun, because you definitely wanted to bring that character to life, and bringing it to life was like you had to act like the character, so all the fans were like, wow, it was really good, because I really liked bringing it to life, and it was really hard but also super fun to bring such iconic characters and such an iconic movie to hopefully impress everybody out there.
Awesome. And Catherine?
Well, my transformation was pretty drastic. I not only got to bring Luan to life, but I also got to bring Mr. Coconuts to life. We had the full shtick. I got the braces, I got the character, and of course, Mr. Coconuts, which I had to learn ventriloquism on the spot, on set. But it was really cool because as I got more into the character, in my personal life, I started almost becoming her as well, being a little silly, playing pranksters. And I came home and my dad was like, girl, you need to get out of this Luan character. You're crazy. But getting to play Mr. Coconuts as well as Luan, I almost got to play 2 different characters by getting to act as Mr. Coconuts with my hand and my voices, and then also being Luan and being the silly, funny prankster I am. It was really cool, and it's not super different for me because I'm very fun, I'm very silly, and I like to joke around a lot. But kind of getting to immerse myself into more of a goofy, quirky character really took me on a process, and I loved it a lot.
That's awesome. I can't wait to see it. I'm so excited. Jahzir, how about you?
Well, I'm sorry. What were you?
That's fine. No, just bringing one of these iconic characters to life.
Yeah. Well, being Clyde and seeing what he does and how he acts in certain stuff and what Clyde would do. That's really the thing. And, stepping into Clyde's shoes and acting like him. And I started developing a little personality of Clyde's too in real life. So, sometimes I act like Clyde and I'm not even noticing.
I love it. And then Morgan, how about you?
For me to bring Lynn to life, me and Lynn are very similar and very different in both ways. We are really similar. We love sports. That's my whole life. I love sports too. And then also it was kind of hard, or not hard, it was challenging for me to sometimes bring her, because I'm more of a girly girl and she's more rough and tough, tomboy, gross. And so I just really had to bring that part to life, and I was just like, come on, Morgan, you got to do it. And so it was so much fun to just have the opportunity to bring Lynn to life. It's just such an honor, and I really hope that it goes perfectly together,
Well, just from the trailer, I gotta say, it felt like I was like, oh, this is just the Loud House. It feels exactly right. Everyone looks exactly perfect, is acting perfect. And so immediately we were like, this is going to be amazing. It seems like fun and hijinks and Christmas. And I mean, what more could you ask for in a Loud House Christmas movie, right? So I'm curious if on set there were any hijinks or pranks or craziness that happened behind the scenes.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah. Our school teachers were a little fed up with us sometimes. We were running around that hotel like nobody's business. We were definitely all pranksters on set. I mean, being a prankster myself, if you saw the trailer, the first thing I do is I pie Wolfie, the lead, who plays Lincoln, right in the face. But I think one of my favorite moments from behind the stage, when I was a little bit of a prankster, so to speak, I got to pie our director, Jonathan Judge, in the face as practice. And when you have that pie in your hand and you're going for someone's face, you don't really know how you feel about it until you've smacked your director in the face with the pie. And you're like, what did I just do? Aren't I supposed to, isn't he my boss? But like, it was really funny. And I bet there's so many cool videos of that, which I really would hope to share soon. But that was probably one of the good pranking moments on set. You definitely did not see that one coming.
For me, there definitely were a lot of pranks because the Allen twins, Ella and Mia, I always would hang out with them on set. We would like hang out in each other's trailers, which is super fun. And they would always like prank me like, oh no, either like this or that, or oh my gosh, I'm so scared of that. And I was like so scared. I was like, what's happening? It actually like they were like really good. Like even like they'll FaceTime me sometimes because they live across the country. They'll FaceTime me and they'll be like, oh my gosh, my dog got lost. I'm like, what? And I'll get like worried. I'll be like, oh my gosh, you should go out looking for him. Why are you calling me? And they were like, and after I'm like worried and like panicked, they'll be like, oh, it's just a prank. And apparently,
oh my God, Mia one time ran at me on set with her toad in her hands. And that was the fastest I have ever run in my entire life because it was a frog. And she was like, hi, Catherine. And I was like, oh my gosh, they're really fun.
That's so funny. It sounds like it was a lot of fun. Morgan or Jahzir, do either of you have a story you want to tell?
I don't really remember any.
For me, yeah, school on set, it was such a fun time, honestly. And like we would also like Catherine said, we would prank our teachers too. Because they were kind of like laid back, chill. And I actually had exams during filming. So it was just kind of funny how I would just handle exams and then do school or do set work or whatever. And my teacher, I would like procrastinate so much. And she was like, Morgan, you have got to do your schoolwork. And we would just like joke about it like all day because we would like relocate and just make more jokes. And it was so fun.
Oh, I love it. Well, I'm really excited to see it. And Christmas is my favorite holiday. So I'm definitely looking forward to this, but I'm curious if you all have a favorite Christmas tradition that you do in your house. And Aubin, you can go first.
Well, one thing that we do in my house is my house is a family of cooks, including all the siblings and everybody. So we make a big feast. All my family comes over, aunts, uncles, cousins, baby cousins, grandparents, and we all have a big feast. And I like to cook and my sisters like to cook, and we make delicious foods with family recipes from whatever generation. And we have all these cookbooks. My mom has all these special ingredients, and it's wonderful. I'm super excited for Christmas this year.
Oh, it's coming up. It's so soon. Catherine, how about you?
Well, in our house, we are Christmas fanatics. I mean, we've watched every single Christmas movie known to man, but I think one of our family traditions are the elves on the shelves. So you have two sons. Did I hear that right? You have two sons?
Daughters.
Mm-hmm. The elves on the shelves are a big deal within our family. We have 4, each for every kid. And those elves fly all around the house. They've been hanging from chandeliers. They're inside blenders. We open our fridge and they're sitting on the orange juice. I mean, they go all out. It is crazy. So I think that's one of our favorite family traditions are those elves on the shelves.
I love it. Jahzir, how about you?
Well, my Christmas tradition is we all gather at my grandmother's house and we have this huge Christmas breakfast.
Ooh.
Oh, yummy.
I love it. You guys are making me hungry talking about all this food. How about you, Morgan?
So before Christmas, for a couple weeks, me and my family, we love to go skiing and snowboarding. So we'll like rotate too. I think we're going to the Alps this year. Ooh. And so we love skiing, and sometimes we'll bring friends too. And it's just so much fun to just like hang out and just ski together. And they have at the Alps, I heard they have this like roof, or not rooftop, like mountain top like bar, and it's like, and it sounds really good. And I'm like super excited to go. And it'll be such a fun time.
That's awesome. I never could get into skiing, but a lot of my family members are. It's too cold for me. I'm not a big fan of snow. And then lastly, I want to know what you guys hope that families and kids take away from this movie. So Aubin, you can go first.
Well, I hope that kids take away from this movie, and families and adults and everybody. I hope they like realize that this movie was a lot about like bringing your family together, because you want to continue your traditions and you want everything to be the same, but also everything can't be the same because people like grow older. But I think this movie was so important about just making sure that you get every little last moment with your family and you enjoy it. And it was definitely so heartwarming for me when I get to see the movie, because I've already like seen so many clips that some people haven't. And I think that all of like Lincoln wanting to see his siblings that are gonna go away for Christmas. And I just thought it was so special because, and then he tries to make this big plan, but then it backfires. And it was just so heartwarming to see that he did all of this out of pure love. So
I love it. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait. Catherine, how about you?
Well, I really think that kids should take away from this movie that no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, no matter how old, how young you are, the love of family and friends will always keep you connected, especially during the holidays, and that everyone can be themselves and do what they want. I mean, we have so many fun, quirky characters that I hope kids all over the world relate to it. I mean, it's a Christmas caper. It's one of the most heartwarming movies I've ever seen. And I think kids will connect with the love that is shown in the movie.
Awesome. Awesome. How about you, Jahzir?
Well, a lot has happened, including the pandemic, COVID, separating families and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely think that this is this is very important for people to know that, family is really everything. And I mean this when I say it, that like, you need to stick together through anything and you will get through it.
I love it. That's such great advice. And then Morgan, how about you?
I think families will definitely enjoy this movie because like we poured so much love into making this movie just really come to life. And I hope that we just pour like so much love into the viewers like hearts, and it's like a really heartwarming Christmas movie that literally any age, whoever you are, you will just enjoy it so much. And it's just such a good movie.
Oh, well, I can't wait to see it. I know my kids can't wait to see it. And just thank you guys seriously for taking the time today. I really appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good day.
Thank you so much to all of my monetary supporters, my members here on YouTube, as well as my patrons. If you haven't joined yet, please consider doing so. We have some really awesome perks, including a monthly Zoom meeting where we get to talk face to face. Thank you again to everyone who supports me.